Well, good morning. Here we are. Thoughts that can change your life. Me, Reverend Wolak. Let's talk. Today, I want to talk about how to know love. Yeah, I'm not talking about romance. Not romance at all. I'm talking about the infinite love, divine love. To know love is to connect to something greater than you are. It is the awareness that you are not your body, you're not your mind, but you are an individualized point of consciousness within infinite consciousness. The only way that you can know love is to become aware. To be aware that you don't have a body, to be aware that you don't have a mind, but they're there to use. They're vessels through which you get to use in this life. But you are this awareness. So I really want you to think about, what does it mean to be awareness? Can you remember being a little boy or a little girl? And can you remember being aware as you looked out at the universe, as you looked in the mirror, as you looked at all these things? And then can you be aware when you were, let's say you were 5 when that happened? Now go to age 10. Can you remember the level of awareness that you had at age 10? How you were aware that things were happening around you? And then 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever age you are. And can you imagine and reflect back on that level of awareness and realize that this awareness you have right now is no different than the awareness you had then? It's not older. It's not wiser. You were just aware. I think about that all the time. I remember my dad. My dad was a simple man. He was a man who didn't have deep thought. He would tell you, Lee, I don't think deeply. I can't have conversations like you and I are having right now. He says, I'm very simple. And then one day he says, you know what's really interesting? I look out at the world and I look at myself like this, and I don't look any different than I did 30, 40, 50 years ago. But when I look in the mirror, it's not the same person. And I thought that was, as I reflect on it, that's a really wise insight. Now, I don't know if he connected that was his awareness that was looking out in the world. And your awareness is what? It's forever young. Your awareness is centered in what? The now. Why is your awareness in the now? Because it's all that is. Do you really get that now is all that is real? The past is nothing but a memory. The future is nothing but imagination. Really let that sink in. The past is a memory. The future is your imagination. And the only thing that is real is right now. You go, whoa. How many of us are living in the past all the time? And if we're not living in the past, how much of us are living for the future? You got to be in the now. So for me to be in the now, let me just share with you this. This is simple, but this is important. You know, I'm married, been married almost, go in my 50th year, haven't celebrated 50 years yet, not till December, but I'm in my 50th year of marriage. And my wife right now, she's up in Denver. She's with her grandbaby, just having the best time ever. And then I saw something the other day. A friend of mine, Susan Comer, checked in, and she was going to see Jesus Christ Superstar in downtown Dallas. I said, I love Jesus Christ Superstar. I bought the album when it came out in 1969. I know the lyrics to the whole two-sided album. Some of you don't even know what an album is. I know the lyrics to every song in the play. And so you know what I did? I went and bought a ticket. I'm going down by myself to enjoy Jesus Christ Superstar. I want to live in the moment. I'm not wishing to do it in the future with my wife. I'm not going back to the past and remembering what it was like. I'm going to live in the now. And so people say, well, how do you do that? Well, you're probably saying, well, that's in the future, Lee. That's tomorrow. But I created it today in the now. And so now I'm fully present with you. I'm in the now. And then after I come off of this, I'll be in the gym. I'll live in the now. Don't drag the past into the now. You screw up the now. And don't think too much about the future like today. I can't worry about going to the play today. The play's not till tomorrow. Today, I've got to take the most out of the day. Get the most out of this day. So I did meditation earlier with a group. Now I'm doing this with you. Then I'm going to go do the gym. Then I'm going to go do a 2-hour hike. After the 2-hour hike, I'm going to have a call with a buddy of mine in Vancouver. And then I'm going to let my day just keep going. I've got all this great things happening. I always leave room, though, for spontaneity. Because we forget that there are spontaneous things that pop into our lives. And if they're really juicy, get into them. Get into them. We started off as how to know love. It's to know that you're not your body, you're not your mind, but your individualized expression of consciousness. So realize that you have a body. You have a mind. Enjoy them. Use them. Experience them. Don't let them control you. You control them. That's critical. Don't let them control you. You control them. I go to the gym because I am consciously creating a youthful body. People say, why do you do that? Why are you in the gym all the time? Why do you eat the way you eat? Because my body is the vessel through which I get to live life. It's through where I attract all the sensory experiences of life. I don't want to have a body that's not able to do that. And I get to choose how I create my body. No matter what anyone says, I have a framework that is Lee, but how that framework functions, that's my responsibility. I take 100% responsibility for my health. It's important to me. How to let go of the past. Sumit, it's like this. Think about an event. And when you think about the event, identify that event is not who I am. That is an event that Sumit had the experience of. Do you notice the difference how I said that, Sumit? By saying I am not the event, I am not that feeling, I am not that experience, but I am Sumit who had the experience of whatever it was, who had the feeling of whatever it was. I'm separating myself from the I am to I had the experience, which means I'm in the observer mode, not I am the body, I am the experience. And all pain comes from when we identify and we say, I am depressed. They did that to me. No, I, Sumit, had the experience of that person doing that to me. Yes, it's exactly what I'm doing, Sumit. I'm doing a detachment. But I'm not denying the experience. I'm just not claiming the experience as who I am, but claiming that I had an experience of such and such. That's a very, very, very different energy, a very different way of looking at things. So I love that. Thank you, Sumit, for giving me something to share with people. I love when people give me their questions. Here's something I want to share with you. I don't have your answers. I have ideas and I have other questions, because the fact of the matter is only you have your answer. Don't ever go asking for someone for your answer, because you're an infinite expression of infinite consciousness. Being an expression of infinite consciousness, you are a part of the infinite mind. Being a part of the infinite mind, it is always available to you to ask and receive that which you seek most. Remember that. How to know love. It's to connect with something greater than you. It's to know that you are not your body, you are not your mind, that you have a body and have a mind, but rather you are an individual point of light within infinite light, an individualized point of consciousness with infinite consciousness. You are a child of God. With that, go make this a magnificent day, because only you can. Until tomorrow, know that I love you just the way you are. Take care, everyone. Aloha.